Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, who is very kind and merciful. Welcome to DevOps King channel. In this channel, you will find the solution of different tasks about Azure DevOps and AWS. Today, we shall discuss part 2 for configuration Azure CICD for .NET Core 8 API on Huawei Cloud with Docker. If you need any help about Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Azure, Web CI/CD, please contact on this WhatsApp number. All video on this channel are prepared by certified DevOps engineer. In order to search the channel on the YouTube, please use the word DevOps King. You will find the channel DevOps King. Please click the subscribe button so that you can get the notification about the latest upload on the channel. Today in part 2, we shall discuss how to configure the NGX for CI/CD. The first step in this case is to apply the command sudo apt update. And the second command, after this, the second command sudo apt upgrade -v. In the step 2, we shall install NGX by applying the command sudo apt install ngx-y. In step 3, we shall start the NGX by the command sudo systemctl start NGX, and in the second command we shall enable the NGX on the Huawei VM. In the next step, step 4, we shall check the status of the NGX so that we come to know that either the NGX is on or off. So for this, there are two possible methods to check this. One is applying the command sudo system status ngx. We shall get the status like this one, running status. The next step, in order to find the ngx status, is to ps aux pipeline grep ngx. We shall come to know that ngx is installed successfully. In order to make sure that the ngx installation is good, we shall apply the command curl http localhost. When we apply this command, we shall get this message: NGX web server is successfully installed. So after the confirmation that the NGX is successfully installed, we shall install some tool so that we can use it for the configuration of the firewall. So we shall install net tools like sudo apt install net-tools -y. -y means we shall install these tools without any input. Now next step is, in the step 7, we shall make sure that some ports are open in our firewall. For this, first of all, we shall check the status of the firewall by the command sudo ufw status. This command will give us the status of the firewall so that we can open some ports required for the CI/CD for .NET Core. So when we apply this command sudo ufw status, we get inactive. It means that the firewall is not on. As the firewall is not on, now we shall enable the firewall by this command sudo uvl enable. When we apply this command, we shall get a prompt like proceed with operation yes. We shall write yes so that our firewall is enabled. So in the next line you can see that firewall is active and enabled on the startup, on the system startup. We are enabling the firewall so that we can open some ports required for the CICD of the .NET Core API. In the next step, now we shall open some ports that we shall use in our applications. The first one is SSH port. By applying the command sudo ufw allow SSH, it will open the command SSH which is at 22. The next command will open the port 80 on which our HTTP will run. And the third port is 443 on which our HTTPS run for square certificate. After opening this port 22, 80 and 43, in the next step we shall open the ngx full so that we can use it in our applications. So for this we shall apply the command sudo ufw allow ngx full. It is required for the CICD on the ngx web server. So after this, after configuring the different ports, we shall need to reload the firewall so that we can get all the required result. For this we shall use the command sudo ufw reload, this command, in order to get the changes in the firewall. In the last step, in step 12, we shall check the status of the firewall. When we apply this command sudo ufw status, we come to know that all the ports are open that we shall use in our CICD. Like this one, ngx4, it means that ngx is enable and it's is allow for anywhere. Moreover, if you check 22 is also enabled, which is SS port, 80 is also enabled, which is we required HTTP, and 443 is also enabled, that we shall required for HTTPS. So all the ports are open that we shall use in our application. Last but not least, we shall need to reload the ngx so that all the updated configuration are available for the ngx. For this we shall apply the command reload ngx sudo systemctl reload ngx. Now we have completed our part 2. In part 2 we have discussed how to configure the ngx for our application, and we configure the firewall and we open the different port that we shall use in our application. In the next, in part 3, we shall discuss the Docker file development for the front end, which is in Next.js, and for the business logic, which is in API by using the C#, .NET API by using the C#. See you in the part 3 of this series. Wish you good luck for your future.